Today we're going to start our DDE portfolio. So in order to start that, I'm going to open up my internet, and I'm going to start with my Waffle. So it's a Google app, so you have to be on Google. And we're going to go to Google Sites. So now you can see that I have some existing ones, recent sites that I've used or created. And I'm going to start a new blank site. And I press this button right here. So now it's going to create a brand new site for me. I'm going to start by naming it. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to name it my last name, DDE Portfolio. And then if I click out here, you can see now here is my site name. Actually, I'm going to remove DDE. Sorry. I'm just going to call this Edict Portfolio, because this is something, if you enjoy keeping your information, you don't want to have to keep a lot of papers, and you want to just kind of combine what you're doing in school until you graduate, this is a great place to keep all of your information. So maybe you're taking DDE this year, and next year you're going to take MPE or robotics or wood constructions or architecture, and you can put a new page, and then you can put all of your information for that class right in that subpage. So this is where we're going to put an all about me. So this might be, I'm going to put a little blurb about, hi, my name's Rachel. In order to do that, let's add content. So I'm just going to put here, hi, Rachel, this is my portfolio showing everything I learned at Shaker High School. Something about you, again, we've talked about those red squiggles, especially on your portfolio. This may be something you show an employer, it might be something you show your college, so you want to make sure to take time, read over. So I'm going to put this as a placeholder right now. I may end up changing it, but then I at least have something there. So if you look over here, I can insert text boxes, images, I can embed links, I can add from my Google Drive. There's content blocks which will allow me to add a picture and text. So if I didn't want to have a picture with it, I can just put my text over there, and I can delete this content block. So that way, now maybe I don't want to add a picture myself, but I just want to have my blurb. And within here, I can change my text, I can highlight, I can bold, underline, change the font, lots of different things to stylistically change this first page. Now I'm going to go over here into themes. You really get to pick the theme you want, the color scheme. So maybe I'm going to change it to, I like diplomat. I like a little color. I'm going to add it blue because we're Shaker. I know it's not Shaker blue. We can always choose other colors by changing the numbers. Lots of different things. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our pages and subpages. So I'm going to add a new page, and I'm going to call that DDE. This is where all of our work is going to go for DDE class. Now I'm going to add a subpage. I'm going to call the subpage measurement. Now let's try and spell that. If you spelled it incorrectly, if I just click on it, it should let me rename it. Measurement. So make sure you spell things correctly. Now, I might have multiple things under measurement, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a button. And I need a link first, so let's add a subpage under measurement. If I forget to add a new subpage, let's say I'm going to add skimmer. And I actually wanted that, instead of being under DDE, I wanted it to be under measurement. I can actually click and drag this right into it. So now it's a subpage of measurement. And this is where I'm going to add a picture of my skimmer as well as my actual skimmer assignment. So if I come over here into Insert, I'm going to go into Drive. Now, I'm not positive where I have my skimmer assignment, so I'm going to search for it. So here's my measurement lab. I'm going to insert that. Now, it looks like it's just the top of the page, and I can make this a little bit bigger so it's stylistically a little bit easier to look at. But when I go to preview, what I just drew was a window, so I can then look at the entire document within that window. So I'm going to go back to Exit Preview. Now, I want to add my picture, and it's really much easier. I want to add a picture of my skimmer. The easiest way to add things to your Google site are going to be from Google Drive. If you try and add a PDF or a picture from your Chromebook or from another computer, it'll often give you an error. So I'm going to go over to my Drive. Notice I have a lot of files. They're not all organized, but we do want to keep all of our DDE assignments close together. So I'm going to go New, Folder, and I'm just going to call that DDE. So I'm going to open up my DDE folder. You can break things up by quarter. You can break things up by topic. As long as everything's named really well, it's going to be pretty easy to find things in here. So I previously took a photo of my skimmer. So I'm going to open my file folder right here. And it's in my downloads folder because I took a picture of it and I emailed it to myself. So I'm just going to drag and drop my picture of my skimmer right into my Google folder. Now, there's my skimmer, but image underscore 5680 doesn't really tell me a lot of information. So I'm going to rename this to skimmer picture. So as long as that's in that DDE folder, I'm going to go over into Edict Portfolio. I'm going to add from my Drive. I'm going to go right into DDE. I know I'm looking for my skimmer photo, and there it is. Now I can center this. I can make this larger. There's lots I can do to make this visually look more appealing. So I'm going to go into measurement. I'm going to insert a button. I'm going to add my button under skimmer, and I'm going to link it right to that skimmer page. So now if I go to preview, I'm going to go home. So here's my All About Rachel. Again, you're putting your name in here. I'm I'm going to go into my measurement and say, all right, well, what did we learn about measurement? This might be where I have some worksheets and anything general. But I'm like, oh, our skimmer project, so let's go into there. Here's my skimmer lab, and then a photo of my actual skimmer. So this is going to be something that we check quarterly. So at the end of every quarter, we'll do a portfolio check. And we are going to continue updating and adding to this all year long. So I'm going to close out of my preview. So for example, I might add a new page, Inventor, because that's going to be one of the next things we do. And now it brought it under measurement. But I want Inventor to be a new subpage, so I'm going to drag and drop that under DDE. If you have any questions, be sure to go back in the video, rewind to anything that you missed. This should really be your own. Make this a view of who you are as a student, what you've learned, and your own style. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. Good luck.